Today, in 2025, our cities are facing a big problem. It's a problem many of us see and feel every single day. We can call it the urban mobility crisis. Think about your morning journey to work or school. Do you see endless lines of cars? Do you feel the frustration of moving so slowly? This is traffic congestion. It eats up our time. It makes us stressed before our day even truly begins. It's a shared experience for millions, a silent agreement that something isn't quite right with how we navigate our urban landscapes. The promise of the city, with its opportunities and excitement, often starts with this slow, agonizing crawl. Now let's consider another part of this puzzle. Public transportation, like buses and trains, is meant to help. These systems are designed to move many people at once. But what happens when too many people need them at the same time? They become overloaded. We see buses so full that they can't pick up more passengers. We see train platforms packed with people, all waiting, all hoping for a little more space. This makes the journey uncomfortable. It can also make it unreliable. If the bus is late because it's too full or the train is delayed, our carefully planned schedules fall apart. This isn't a failure of the idea, but perhaps a sign that our cities have outgrown some of the old solutions. Then there is the cost of owning a car. For a long time, a car was a symbol of freedom. It meant you could go wherever you wanted, whenever you wanted. But that freedom comes with a big price tag. There's the cost of the car itself, which keeps going up. Then there's fuel, which can be very expensive. We also have to think about insurance, repairs, and parking fees. For many people living in cities, owning a car is becoming a luxury they cannot easily afford. It's a significant financial burden, one that adds another layer of stress to urban living, making us question if the convenience is truly worth the ever-increasing expense. So we have a situation. Our roads are clogged. Our public transport is often strained. And owning a personal car is increasingly costly. This is the crisis of urban mobility. It affects our economy because people are late for work. It affects our environment because all those idling cars produce pollution. And it affects our quality of life because we spend too much time just trying to get from one place to another. We need new ideas, we need fresh solutions, we need to think differently about how we move around in the places we call home, the bustling centers of our modern world. Amidst these challenges of urban travel, a new kind of vehicle has appeared on our streets. It is small, it is quiet, and it runs on electricity. We are talking about the electric scooter. You've probably seen them. People glide along bike lanes or sidewalks, standing upright with a gentle hum. At first, they might have seemed like a novelty, perhaps a toy for adults, but many are now starting to see them as something more. Could these simple machines be a real answer to some of our biggest city transportation problems? It's a question worth asking because their presence is growing hard to ignore. Electric scooters offer a different way to think about short trips. Imagine you need to go a mile or two. Maybe it's from your home to the train station, or from your office to a lunch meeting. Walking might take too long. Driving a car for such a short distance seems wasteful, especially with parking hassles. Public transport might not go exactly where you need it, or it might involve a long wait. This is where the electric scooter steps in. It's designed for these last-mile journeys, the little gaps in our travel plans that can often be the most frustrating to solve. It offers a personal, on-demand option that wasn't widely available just a few years ago. These scooters are not just for fun, though they can be enjoyable to ride. They represent a potential shift in how we approach personal mobility. They are part of a bigger idea called Micromobility, which we will explore more. The core idea is using small, lightweight vehicles for individual travel over short distances. Electric scooters fit this description perfectly. They are easy to use even for people who don't ride bicycles. They don't require a lot of physical effort. This accessibility is a key reason why they have caught on so quickly in many urban centers around the world, appealing to a wide range of people looking for a better way to move. So, when we see someone zipping by on an electric scooter, we are not just seeing one person's journey, we are seeing a potential solution in action. We are seeing a response to the high cost of cars, the crowded buses, and the slow-moving traffic. It's a small vehicle, yes, but it carries big possibilities. It challenges our old habits and asks us to consider if there's a smarter, more efficient way to navigate the concrete jungles we inhabit. The electric scooter has quietly rolled into the conversation about the future of urban transportation, and it seems determined to stay. The way we move around our cities is undergoing a very rapid transformation. It's not just about electric scooters, though they are a big part of it. For decades, the private car was the king of urban transport. City planning often revolved around making space for cars, with wide roads and large parking lots. Public transport systems were, of course, important, but the car offered a sense of personal freedom that was hard to beat. However, as we've seen, the downsides of car dependency, congestion, pollution, cost have become increasingly clear. This has opened the door for new ideas and new technologies to emerge and challenge the old ways. This change is being driven by several factors. Technology is one of the biggest. The development of better batteries, smaller electric motors, and smart connected devices has made new forms of transport possible. Think about ride-sharing apps on our phones. They changed how we hail a taxi. Now, similar apps allow us to find and unlock electric scooters or bikes. There's also a growing awareness of environmental issues. People are more conscious of their carbon footprint and are looking for greener ways to travel. The desire for healthier lifestyles also plays a role, with more people wanting to incorporate some form of activity, even if gentle, into their daily commute. This brings us to the concept of micromobility. It's a term that describes small, lightweight vehicles typically designed for one person. Electric scooters are a prime example. So are electric bikes and even some newer, more experimental devices. Micro-mobility solutions are perfect for short urban trips, usually under 5 miles. They aim to fill the gap between walking and traditional public transport or car journeys. Their rise signifies a shift away from the one-size-fits-all approach to urban travel. Instead, people are starting to use a mix of different transport modes, choosing the best one for each specific part of their journey. The growth of micromobility is not just a trend, it's a fundamental rethinking of urban space and personal movement. Cities are beginning to adapt, albeit sometimes slowly. We see more bike lanes, which often double as scooter lanes. We see discussions about pedestrian-friendly zones. The idea is that cities should be for people, not just for cars. This rapid change means that urban planners, policymakers, and residents alike need to be flexible and open to new ways of getting around. The electric scooter in this context is more than just a vehicle, it's a symbol of this larger, ongoing evolution in urban life. One of the main reasons electric scooters have become so visible in our cities is because of shared scooter programs. You might have heard of companies like Bird or Lime. These are some of the pioneers in this field. They operate on a simple but powerful idea. Instead of buying your own scooter, you can rent one for a short period using an app on your smartphone. You find a scooter nearby, unlock it with the app, ride it to your destination, and then simply leave it there for the next person to use. This model has made electric scooters incredibly accessible to a vast number of people almost overnight. These shared programs work through a system of dockless vehicles. Unlike some bike-sharing systems where you have to return the bike to a specific station, these scooters can often be parked in many public places as long as they don't obstruct pedestrians or traffic. The companies use GPS technology to keep track of their scooter fleets. Teams of juicers or chargers collect the scooters at night, charge their batteries, and then redistribute them in popular spots the next morning. This operational model allows for a wide coverage area within a city, making it convenient for users to find a scooter when and where they need one. The impact of these shared scooter programs on major cities has been significant and often quite sudden. In many places, thousands of scooters appeared on the streets in a relatively short space of time. This rapid rollout has led to a mix of excitement and concern. On one hand, many people embraced them as a fun, easy and affordable way to get around, especially for those short trips that were previously awkward. They offered a new sense of freedom and spontaneity in navigating the urban environment. Commuters used them to connect to public transport hubs, and tourists used them to explore. However, this sudden influx also brought challenges, which we will discuss later. But the core innovation of shared scooter programs, easy access, app-based rental, and dockless convenience has undeniably changed the conversation about urban mobility. It demonstrated a huge public appetite for flexible, personal, electric-powered transport. These companies, through their bold business models, effectively conducted a massive real-world experiment showing city planners and residents alike that there are alternatives to traditional transportation and that people are willing to try them. The click-and-ride convenience has set a new standard for on-demand urban travel. The upside of zipping around: benefits galore. Why have electric scooters become so popular so quickly? The answer lies in a compelling list of benefits they offer to individual riders and to cities as a whole. One of the most attractive features is affordability. Compared to owning a car or even consistently using taxis or ride-sharing services for short trips, renting an e-scooter is often much cheaper. The cost typically involves a small unlocking fee and then a per-minute charge. For many quick journeys, this adds up to just a few dollars, making it a budget-friendly option, especially for students or those looking to save money on their daily commute. Then there's portability and efficiency for personal travel. Electric scooters are small and nimble. They can navigate through narrow spaces where cars cannot go. This means they can often bypass traffic congestion, turning a frustratingly slow car journey into a quick, breezy ride. For those last-mile problems, getting from a train station to the office or from a bus stop home, they are incredibly efficient. You don't have to wait for another bus or walk a long distance. You just hop on and go. Their compact size also means they don't require large parking spaces, which is a significant advantage in crowded city centres. The environmental impact is another crucial benefit. Electric scooters run on electricity, so they don't produce any tailpipe emissions. This is a big deal in cities struggling with air pollution caused by cars and trucks. While the electricity they use needs to be generated somewhere, and the manufacturing and disposal of scooters have their own environmental footprint, their operational impact is much cleaner than gasoline-powered vehicles. As cities strive to meet climate goals and improve air quality for their residents, low-emission transport options like e-scooters become increasingly attractive alternatives to traditional combustion engines. Finally, e-scooters can play a role in reducing overall traffic congestion. Every person who chooses an e-scooter for a short trip instead of a car is one less car on the road. While a single scooter might not seem to make much difference, thousands of them can have a noticeable effect, especially during peak travel times. By providing a viable alternative for short journeys, they can help to free up road space for essential vehicles or for those making longer trips. This contributes to a smoother flow of traffic, less time wasted in jams, and a more pleasant urban environment for everyone, not just for the scooter riders themselves. Under the hood, the tech powering our rides. Modern electric scooters might look simple, but they pack some impressive technology into their sleek frames. The heart of any e-scooter is its electric motor. These motors are typically hub motors, meaning they are integrated directly into one of the wheels, usually the rear one. They are surprisingly powerful for their size, providing enough torque to get you moving quickly and to handle slight inclines. They are also very quiet and require minimal maintenance compared to gasoline engines. The development of more efficient and compact electric motors has been a key enabler of the e-scooter revolution, making them practical for everyday use. Powering these motors are advanced lithium-ion batteries, similar to those found in smartphones and electric cars. Battery technology has improved dramatically in recent years, offering greater energy density, meaning more power and longer range in a smaller, lighter package. The range of an e-scooter on a single charge can vary, but many models can travel 15 to 25 miles or even more, which is ample for most urban trips. These batteries are rechargeable, and in shared scooter systems they are regularly swapped out or charged to keep the fleet operational. The continued improvement in battery life and charging speed is crucial for the future of e-scooters. On the handlebars, you'll usually find a display. This display provides the rider with important information at a glance. It might show the current speed, the battery level, and sometimes the distance traveled. Some scooters also connect to smartphone apps via Bluetooth, allowing riders to access more detailed information, customize settings, or even lock and unlock the scooter. These displays and connectivity features enhance the user experience, making the scooter feel like a smart, modern device. They contribute to the ease of use and help riders manage their journeys more effectively, ensuring they know how much charge they have left. Safety features are also an important part of e-scooter technology. Most e-scooters are equipped with brakes, often both a mechanical brake like a handbrake or a foot brake on the rear fender, and an electronic motor brake. Bright LED headlights and taillights are standard, improving visibility for the rider and making the scooter more noticeable to others, especially at night or in low-light conditions. Some newer models are even experimenting with features like turn signals, more robust suspension systems for a smoother ride, and built-in GPS for better tracking and theft prevention. Technology is constantly evolving to make e-scooters safer and more reliable. Bumps in the road challenges e-scooters face. Despite their many benefits, the rise of electric scooters has not been without its problems. Safety is a major concern for many people. Riders can be vulnerable, especially if they are not wearing helmets or if they are riding in areas with heavy car traffic. Accidents involving e-scooters, sometimes serious, have been reported in cities around the world. These can involve collisions with pedestrians, cars or obstacles on the road. The relatively high speed some scooters can reach, combined with the inexperience of some riders, contribute to these safety risks. Addressing these concerns is vital for the long-term acceptance of e-scooters. Another common complaint is clutter. In the early days of shared scooter programs, scooters were often left haphazardly on sidewalks, blocking pedestrian pathways, building entrances and access ramps for people with disabilities. This sidewalk clutter created a negative image for e-scooters and led to frustration among non-riders. Cities and scooter companies have been working on solutions such as designated parking corrals, incentives for proper parking, and penalties for leaving scooters in inappropriate places. However, finding the right balance between convenience for riders and orderliness in public spaces remains an ongoing challenge. The lifespan and environmental impact of the scooters themselves have also come under scrutiny. Early shared e-scooters in particular were sometimes not very durable and had short operational lives, perhaps only a few months. This raised questions about the waste generated from broken or depleted scooters and the resources used in their frequent replacement. While newer models are being built to be more robust and longer lasting, and companies are improving their repair and recycling processes, the overall sustainability of the shared e-scooter model is still an area that needs continuous improvement to truly fulfill its green promise. Finally, there's the issue of infrastructure gaps. Many cities were not designed with micromobility in mind. There might be a lack of protected bike lanes where scooters can be ridden safely, forcing riders onto busy streets or crowded sidewalks. Poor road surfaces with potholes or uneven pavement can also make for an uncomfortable or even dangerous ride. For e-scooters to be truly integrated into the urban transport mix, cities need to invest in appropriate infrastructure. This means creating safe, connected networks for small vehicles, separate from both cars and pedestrians, ensuring a smoother and more secure journey for everyone. Cities that got it right, learning from success. While challenges exist, some cities have managed to integrate electric scooters into their transportation systems more effectively than others. Paris is a notable example. After an initial chaotic period, the city authorities took strong action. They limited the number of scooter operators and the total number of scooters allowed. They also implemented strict rules about where scooters can be ridden and parked, including designated parking zones and speed limits in certain areas. This more regulated approach has helped to manage the downsides while still allowing residents and tourists to benefit from this convenient mode of transport. Paris shows that clear rules and enforcement can make a big difference. Tel Aviv, a city known for its vibrant tech scene and youthful population, has also embraced e-scooters with considerable success. The city has a strong cycling culture and existing bike lane infrastructure, which provided a natural pathway for e-scooter adoption. The municipality has worked with scooter companies to ensure responsible deployment and has actively encouraged their use as a solution to traffic congestion. Tel Aviv's relatively flat terrain and mild climate also make it well suited for year-round scooter use. Their approach has been more about partnership and leveraging existing strengths to make scooters a workable part of the urban fabric. In the United States, Portland, Oregon is often highlighted as a city that has taken a thoughtful and data-driven approach to e-scooter programs. Before allowing widespread deployment, Portland ran pilot programs to study usage patterns, safety incidents, and public feedback. This allowed them to develop regulations based on real-world evidence. They have focused on equity, ensuring that scooter services are available in underserved neighborhoods, and have emphasized the importance of rider education. Portland's methodical strategy involving careful planning and continuous evaluation offers valuable lessons for other cities considering how to manage micromobility. These case studies demonstrate that successful e-scooter integration is possible, but it requires proactive management from city authorities. It's not enough to simply let companies deploy scooters and hope for the best. A combination of clear regulations, investment in appropriate infrastructure like protected lanes and parking spots, collaboration with scooter operators, and a focus on public safety and education seems to be the key. These cities haven't eliminated all problems, but they have found ways to harness the benefits of e-scooters while mitigating many of the potential negative consequences, creating a more balanced urban transport ecosystem. The path ahead. Building a scooter-friendly future. Looking to the future, it seems clear that electric scooters, in some form, are here to stay. They offer too many advantages in convenience and efficiency to simply disappear from our urban landscapes. However, for them to truly fulfill their potential as a key part of urban transportation, several things need to happen. The journey from a novel gadget to a fully integrated transport solution requires careful planning, investment, and a willingness to adapt from everyone involved: riders, companies, and city governments. The initial excitement needs to be channeled into sustainable, long-term strategies. First and foremost is the need for better infrastructure. This means more than just painting a white line on the road. Cities need to invest in networks of protected lanes specifically designed for micromobility vehicles like e-scooters and e-bikes. These lanes should be physically separated from car traffic and from pedestrian sidewalks to ensure safety for all road users. Alongside this, there needs to be thoughtfully designed parking solutions, whether designated corrals, docks, or other innovative approaches to prevent sidewalk clutter and ensure that scooters are available where they are needed without becoming a nuisance. Public policy and regulation will continue to play a crucial role. Cities need to develop clear, consistent, and fair rules for e-scooter operation. This includes setting appropriate speed limits, defining where scooters can and cannot be ridden, and establishing standards for vehicle safety and maintenance. Collaboration between city authorities and scooter companies is essential to ensure that regulations are practical and effective. Policies should also consider equity, ensuring that scooter services are accessible to all communities, not just the most affluent or central parts of a city. Vehicle durability and sustainability also need to improve further. Scooter companies must continue to invest in designing and building more robust, longer-lasting scooters that can withstand the rigors of daily shared use. There should also be a greater focus on the entire life cycle of the scooter, from manufacturing with sustainable materials to responsible repair, reuse of parts, and end-of-life recycling. Rider education is equally important. Many safety issues arise from inexperience or a lack of awareness of traffic rules. Campaigns to promote safe riding practices, the importance of wearing helmets, and respect for pedestrians can make a significant difference in reducing accidents and improving the overall perception of e-scooters in our communities. The future is electric and small, but it must also be safe and considerate.